Hello everyone, I'm Paul Daniels with Jimmy Bell, and this is the weekly lineup. On Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have Leadership with Biana Kovic. At 10 p.m., Parent Pump Radio with Jacqueline Wynn. And at 10:30, Two Beards Talking with Daniel and Matt.
And on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Second Amendment Talk with Daniel and Rod. At 9 p.m., we have What's the Story with Maria. And at 10 p.m., we have Unleashed with Donald Wisman.
And on Wednesdays at 7 p.m., we have Unscheduled with Les Skymo and the Dave. At 8 p.m., All You Can Eat with Rob Rosenthal. At 9 p.m., All Aboard with Donald Wisman. And at 10, Let's Talk Careers with Sarah Yusupov.
And on Thursdays at 8 p.m., we have Ask for Candy with Candace Harper. And at 10 p.m., we have Night Talk with Joe Rocks.
And on Fridays at 8 p.m., it's Pot Talk with Jimmy and me. 9 p.m., All Aboard with Donald Wisman. And at 10 p.m., Betrayal with Casey Spears. That's the weekly lineup. Enjoy.
The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, UNU Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Tax the rich, feed the poor, till there are no rich no more.
Channel switched.
Welcome to Pot Talk, everybody. I'm Jimmy Bell.
I'm Paul Daniels.
And I'm Donald Wisman.
Ta-da! We did it successfully.
That was great, awesome. I thought Jimmy was going to bring us all in, though, but that's okay. He did a good job.
Okay, good night, everyone. We got that done.
Yeah, that's over with. That is over with.
Take us out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's funny, Paul. First thing, you guys, I know it's your show, but the first thing I'd like to say tonight, I want to say rest in peace to Eddie Van Halen. He passed away earlier this week, and I don't know his political views, but Eddie Van Halen, your music will live on, brother. I'll miss you. I'll miss your music. You were great, buddy.
There you go. Yeah, I was always a fan of Van Halen.
Man, that dude, you know, he made that guitar almost where it could talk. I mean, it would almost talk to you. You guys remember how you do that?
Yeah. Stevie Vai used to do that too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Peter Frampton.
I mean, you got to admit though, would you put Eddie Van Halen at least in the top 10 with the best guitar players?
Yeah, he'd be in the top 10.
Who would be your greatest guitar player of the world, Jimmy?
That's
or
easy.
Paul?
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie, what about you, Jimmy?
Eric Clapton.
A lot of people say that, but I'll tell you, and I don't know that this is true, but I always hear Chet Atkins. I don't really like country music anymore, but everybody says Chet Atkins.
I've never really heard him play, so I couldn't judge.
If I had to choose mine, it would probably be, and you're going to laugh at me, Brian May. I think Brian May was, he was awesome. Queen, yeah, Brian May. You're smart, Paul. You get it every time.
Wasn't he a astrophysicist?
Astrophysicist, yes. And the drummer was going to college to be a dentist, and Freddie, he was going to college to be something, I don't remember, but they were all smart guys, artists or something like that.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury was an odd bird.
Well, I tell you what, I know of his background and all that shit. Had sugar and it hit a little sugar in his tank, but that little feller could sing, man.
Wow, what a voice that man had.
Bohemian Rhapsody, come on, man. You guys know that thing, man. That changed music back in those days.
Yeah. Queen was a fucking great band.
Well, they made what would you call it? Like stadium rock, like we will rock. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I mean, just pounding it, man. And I think they were great. But you guys, I guess this political show, we should talk about something political, right?
Yeah, might as well. Go ahead.
All right. Well, first thing I'm going to ask you, Paul and Jimmy, did you guys watch the debates between Mike Pence and Kamala Harris?
Nope, I didn't. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Well, I did too, and yes, she used the freaking race card. The bitch brought the race card up a couple times. I knew she was going to. And she sat there, Paul, and she says, as a black woman, I said, oh my God, here we go.
Yep.
And later on in the debate, and Jimmy probably heard it, they were talking about, how Trump's appointing all these judges to these appellate courts and stuff. And, you know what? She had the nerve to come back and say, yeah, but not one judge has been black. And I'm thinking, President Trump doesn't choose these judges for the color of skin. He chooses them for their fucking qualifications, man.
Yeah. That's how they want everything. They want everything in diversity. And you know what you get? Bad service.
Bad service. Yeah, but everything has to be fucking race. Why? It's race. And I'm so...
They want people they want to hire black people, but even if they're incompetent, as long as they're black.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? A guy told me the other night that just like abortion, right? The abortion that's going on. He told me that was made for the black people. They come up with abortion for black people. Is that true?
Yeah, the founder of Planned Parenthood was
Sanger. Was it Sanger?
Sanger or something?
Sanger, yes.
Singer, I thought it was.
It might have been. I forget her name, but yeah, Margaret's.
Yes. Explain that, Paul. If you can.
She was a rampant racist.
So
black children were like weeds.
So she came up with the abortion. Is she the one that come up with this ideal of killing?
Planned Parenthood.
And the idea was to keep the amount of the black race in check.
Now, was most of these Planned Parenthood buildings, did they build them mostly in black neighborhoods, black areas?
Exactly. That's what they did.
So you would think the black people of this country, they would catch on to that and say, hold on, what the fuck are you people doing here?
But they know the history and they still go.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Well, it's a bunch of shit, man. And it needs to stop. And so, do you guys think that Amy Coney Barrett is she going to get confirmed through the Senate?
Yes.
Yeah, she should with no problem.
Now they're supposed to come up. What is it? The 12th and start these confirmation hearings.
Monday.
Okay, that's good. Now they got plenty of time, you guys. Like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I think they confirmed her in 33 days. You know.
Yeah, they ain't going to be cross-examining her for 33 days.
Well, they're trying to change the rules now. The House right now, Jimmy. Yeah. And you heard him talk about that tonight. Mike Pence said, you guys want to put in 10 judges, 15 judges. He said, when will it stop? You heard him, Jimmy, right?
Absolutely.
So can they do that? I mean,
I don't think they can.
They can do it through Congress, the House, and then the Senate's got to approve it.
Oh.
They have to own the House and the Senate in order to get it by.
So if they do get the House and the Senate, they could add more judges to the Supreme Court.
Right.
That would be very bad.
That would be, because it's been 9 for how many years, guys? I know they've had 8.
150 years, they said.
Oh, okay.
How many were there originally, then?
I don't know.
Well, did I ask you guys the last time I was on here which president nominated the most justices?
George Washington.
And I didn't get it.
Well, I mean, how many? I don't know how many he nominated. Did they start out? How many did they start out with?
Maybe it was. I'm going to say 7.
7?
That's just a guess, but I mean, it could be 5.
Because we've grown a lot. I mean, gosh, the population since George Washington, gee whiz. I mean, they have 13 little colonies back in those days?
Yeah.
I was just watching a video, speaking of the Supreme Court, I was just watching a video, photographs from forbidden places.
What?
And somebody snapped pictures during the Supreme Court when it was in session, because no cameras are allowed there.
Right.
And then some lady 2 times got a fucking movie camera in her purse and actually filmed video of them.
Now, wait a minute now. Wait, no, that wasn't... I was thinking that the Supreme Court during the Al Gore, George Bush fiasco, but that was the Florida Supreme Court, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. So no cameras are allowed in the Supreme Court. I didn't know that.
Yeah, me neither. Not while they're in session. You can photograph when they're not in session. And one guy managed to get all 9 justices in one shot.
Oh, yeah.
In one.
Well, I got another question for you, Paul and Jimmy, and try to.
It's usually been a gun.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Well, yeah, sure. But can you guys try to answer me a question? There's something going on right now with Nancy Pelosi. She's trying to use something. Now, explain it to me, because I'm completely lost on this one. The 25th Amendment, she's trying to get. I don't know if it's President Trump. They said it's not aimed at him, but for people who's not well or sick, where they can just boot them out or something.
Yeah, and they transfer the power to the vice president.
See, now, why would they be doing that right now? Because they're talking about Trump being sick because he had coronavirus. But if anybody, it should be Joe Biden. He's not fit to be the president mentally.
Of course he isn't. He couldn't pass a cognitive test if he had to.
So let him.
Said the 25th Amendment, he wouldn't pass it.
No, that's what I'm saying. So if she's going to have that happen, let's bring it on and let's use it on Joe Biden before he becomes. Well, he's not going to win, but just in case he wins, let's use it on him. But I don't want Kamala Harris as president either.
Worse. She'd be worse.
Yeah, exactly.
This is horrible, you guys. He's got to win this election. He does.
Yeah,
And
I think he's done it pretty handily.
all right. Well, you guys know the second debate. Well, the ballots. That's going to be a problem, but
Nervous. That does.
it does make me nervous because I hope they're not doing it in like the states that we really need, like Pennsylvania. I hear they are.
Those are the ones they're going to do, the close states, the swing states.
Well, they're not doing it here, and they call us a swing state, and they're not doing that shit here. Well, they was talking. Rush Limbaugh and they was talking today, you guys, and I'll get back to that. I want to play you guys a clip, but
yeah, I'm dying to hear this. Go ahead.
well, you know what? I might as well go ahead and play it. But anyway,
Play it. Don't explain it.
all right. Now at the beginning it counts down, but just listen. President Trump. This is President Trump and Rush Limbaugh. It's a very short clip. Okay, you ready? Here it goes. Take a second here.
Beast mode. We never had it like we have it now.
Right.
And Iran knows that, and they've been put on notice. If you fuck around with us, if you do something bad to us, we are going to do things to you that have never been done before.
That's it, folks. That's it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
President Trump dropped an F-bomb today. I love it.
Oh boy, is the FCC gonna find Rush?
Well, they took it off a lot of news channels. All right, they kind of scanned it out. But look, you guys want to hear that one more time?
Yes,
Just one more time. Let's hear it one more time.
All day.
Here it goes. Now
Beast
listen.
mode. We never had it like we have it now.
Right.
And Iran knows that, and they've been put on notice. If you fuck around with us, if you do something bad to us, we are going to do things to you that have never been done before.
I love how he doesn't even say oops or nothing.
No,
He's going.
He probably didn't know he swore.
Well, you know what? He's a man, guys. He's a fucking real man.
Yeah. Well, don't forget who he's been around most of his life. Construction work.
Yes.
Like that.
Now, seriously, guys, when he does these debates and stuff, don't sit there and think he don't want to say fuck you and fuck this and fuck that, because he would if the American people wouldn't go crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, they'd go ballistic.
Well, the liberals are going to go eat this up, dude. They're going to eat this up. Oh, he said the F word, and like it's so bad.
I've seen him say bullshit at rallies and stuff.
Oh yeah, and shit. He says shit all the time, and hell, what the hell you got to lose? But man, that's grab him by the pussy. I liked it.
Yeah.
Did you guys? My gosh, there was one of them. Oh, the debate, the next debate coming up, you guys, and you guys are. I know you heard about it. These fucking debate commissioners, right? They wanted to do virtual. The next debate with Trump and Biden, virtual. Trump said, "Fuck it." Basically, I'm not wasting my fucking time. But basically, is what he said, right?
Yeah.
Do you blame him? Do you blame him?
Not really, no, because
Like I said, they can cheat.
yeah,
You got people handing them stuff, you know what I mean, or whispering to them, or
yeah, that's bullshit. Might as well just not have it.
Well,
there's something in his ear.
Now, how do you guys feel about this presidential debate commission? I think they're a bunch of shit myself. I really do. I think they're a bunch of crap.
I don't.
Well,
I think so too.
look. When Fox had the debate, right? They had to use their most liberal person.
Well, they're supposed to be bipartisan, right? They're supposed to be, right?
Yeah, why wasn't it Tucker Carlson that did it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I was heading. I was heading with that. Now, why don't we just have like 2 debates every 4 years? Have one Republican like Sean Hannity or Tucker Carlson, and the next debate you can get your fucking Chris Wallace or whoever. Why don't we get them a fair chance, and so the Republican can ask the damn Democrat the hard fucking questions? And we know they're biased.
Because they won't do it.
Listen, you guys know them fucking moderators are all against Trump. They're not. Nobody in this country is bipartisan. Come on, they're not bipartisan. Nobody.
No.
They can say they are. I'm sick of it, you guys.
The liberals have been stacking the media for decades.
Look at the Michigan governor there that almost got kidnapped there. She blamed Trump for it.
Yes, Whitmer, Gretchen Whitmer. What is it? Illinois? Yeah. Michigan. I'm sorry, but guess who was taken up for her tonight? Big old bug-eyed Lori Lightfoot, and she was even on there accusing our president. Now, why in the fuck would President Trump want to have her kidnapped? What the fuck would you do with that ugly bitch? What would you do with her?
They're saying because at the debate when he told the Proud Boys to stand down and stay back.
Well, he didn't say go kidnap Gretchen Whitmer.
That's all he said. He was denouncing the Proud Boys, but just because he said that, yeah, they're just saying
they weren't going to keep her. They were going to try her and execute her.
Well, who the fuck would want to? Why would you want to keep her? But that's the thing. When this happened, could this be some kind of PR stunt? Like, remember the Jesse Smollett bullshit? Remember that?
I don't know, because there's indictments coming down on these people. It seemed fairly organized.
So
12 people.
Can they tie Trump to it, though? You think they're going to try to tie the president?
In fact, one of the people that got arrested is anti-Trump.
Oh, really?
They looked at his Facebook, yeah, and everything was anti-Trump. So it had nothing to do with Trump.
Well, didn't they arrest?
It had to do with their draconian laws that she's enacting on her own.
Oh, gosh, she's horrible. But wasn't there like 13 people arrested over this?
Yeah, 12 or 13.
Why do they have to be right-wing? They always got to call them right-wing.
Yeah, you never hear leftist when they talk about Antifa.
I don't. You never hear them talk bad about Antifa. It's always right-wing supremacists or white supremacists, yeah. right-wing radicals.
Alt-right or alt-right.
Yeah, alt-right. Come on, guys. This whole thing is a fucking shit show on the Democratic side, and I'm so fucking sick of talking about these people. I am. I'm really sick of even talking about them.
You know the state Supreme Court stripped her of her powers.
Gretchen Whitmer?
Of what she's been doing without the legislature?
Her gubernatorial powers, like over the people, you mean?
Well, she can't enact laws without the legislature.
Well, ain't that the way it's supposed to be, though, Paul?
She said that, the state constitution allows it under a case of emergency, and they said, no, you're wrong.
So, like you hear in our state, little Mike DeWine, the little midget fucker, he put a mandate, but a mandate is not a freaking law. A mandate is not a law. We wear masks, that we wear face masks.
No, I won't.
Well, I don't like wearing, I can't breathe in them, but, now I do wear them if I gotta go to the fucking doctor, you can't get in, you know what I mean?
Right, for something like that, yeah, because I have to go there, but.
Then you got these little fucks at Walmart trying to take your temperature and shit. No, I'm not listening to some fucking Walmart fucking employee telling me I gotta put on a mask. No, I'm not doing that.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you little fucking...
minimum wage fucking twerp.
Then you got, these middle-aged people, you made it. You're really successful here at Walmart. And you're going to tell me I got to wear a fucking mask? Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. And do you know what makes me even madder is the people that fucking think that they have a right to tell you stuff. Why aren't you wearing a mask? Oh, suck a cock.
That's funny. You're funnier than hell, man. But this fucking Lori Lightfoot, that lady's, I don't know whose eyes are bigger, hers or that fucking, what that fuck's that pencil neck fucker there, Adam Schiff.
Shifty Schiff.
Yeah, that little pencil neck fucking geek. Now, why is their eyes bugging out? Are they on some kind of like liberal drug or something that makes their eyes pop out?
No, because liberalism is a mental disorder, and that's a fucking one of the signs of it. It's Trump derangement syndrome.
Kinda like-
fucking eyes bulge.
Wait a minute. I never thought about that, Paul. The people with Down syndrome, trust me, I'm not making fun of them people, but ain't their eyes kind of fucked up like that?
Yeah, they get them giant eyes. The spacing's wrong.
Aliens, yes. That's what fucking Lori Lightfoot and Adam Schiff look like. They kind of got it,
Yeah.
well, instead of that.
Retarded.
Oh, gosh, she does. And, how in
They
the...
do.
You mean...
Actually, retards have fucking better judgment.
Listen, I'm laughing at the way you're saying retard because you don't use that R. You're like, retard. I love it. I fucking love it,
I
Paul.
didn't even notice that.
Retard. I love that.
Well, the first
You guys just dragging the R out a little bit, like retard.
yeah, we're almost like how Japanese fucking turn letters into L's. They turn their R's into L's.
Well,
L's into Oz. Yeah, it's L's into Oz.
L's into Oz.
Abe Lincoln. No, it's Lincoln. L.
Like, what was that show? You'll shoot your eye out. What was that? A Christmas Story? When they come out and they was trying to sing, them Japanese or Chinese people were trying to sing. They was going.
Yeah. That's why in World War II, when they ever had passwords, they'd put lots of L's in them.
Oh, they would screw them up.
Japanese to do. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I never thought about that, Paul. You're a fucking genius, man.
Oh, I think my nephew's here. I'm gonna take off for a sec.
Come on.
All right.
What's up, guys?
Yes, me and Jimmy.
Hold on, how are you?
Me and Jimmy will have a little. Jimmy, are you still there?
I'm here.
I guess we'll give Paul a few minutes. I know he needs to talk to his nephew.
Yeah.
I think he's bringing Paul some groceries or something over. I don't know, but I don't know. I can hear him talking. I'm just gonna wait, Jimmy, till he gets, because I can hear him.
All right, Donald, you got another more topics?
Yeah, I got some topics. I hate it that Paul's gone, but we might as well talk about it. All right.
All right.
China, they're starting to fuck around again, and I think I know why. I think I know why China, because right now China, they're like demanding U.S. to restrict naval operations over in the South China Sea right now. I mean, they're putting demands on us. I think in their head right now, they think that President Trump's going to lose this fucking election, man. They won't talk shit with Trump. You know what I mean? They think he's going to lose this election. They think the American people's not backing this president. That's what it is.
I think there's a conspiracy with the Democratic Party in China.
Yes,
That
Jimmy.
Wuhan virus didn't just come out by accident.
See, this is a topic, man. We'll keep it going, but I wanted Paul's opinion on this Chinese topic because there's something going on in China. They're gonna do everything they can in their power to help Joe Biden win this election. I think they're gonna pump money. They've already pumped money probably into the DNC. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't think it's going to be hard for Trump to outspend these Democrats because the Chinese are helping Biden.
That's why they want Biden in, so they're going to get a new trade deal where they get the best of it.
Get rid of all the tariffs that Trump put on them.
Right.
They're going to go back to ripping us off like they did before Trump.
With Biden, he'll let them do anything they want.
Sure he will. And another thing, I think Russia's going to meddle again, but they're not going to be helping President Trump in this meddling. They're going to be trying to help Joe Biden.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so, really?
No, because they don't like Russia. The Democrats don't like Russia because of Hillary.
Yeah, but don't you think Russia could get by with more with the Democrats in office than they would with Trump?
No, because they would have done it with Hillary.
Well,
They're the ones that got the emails there to make her look like an idiot.
Well, you're probably right. You're probably right there, but I'm really concerned with China, though. I'm really concerned with the whole country, not the people, Jimmy. Just the government. It's a corrupt government. You know that.
Oh yeah, it's always been.
And I know they have a big military. So, do you think our military is just as mighty as theirs, or if not mightier?
I don't know. Naval ship wise, I think we're better off, but I'm not sure.
What do you
about
think?
The airplanes and stuff.
What do you think about like nuclear warheads? Do they have more nuclear warheads than we have?
They probably do because they don't abide by any treaty. They're just
No.
more and more up.
Well, they're not even involved in none of those. Are we even doing nuclear deals with China or not?
No.
Wow. So they're just over there building the shit out of nuclear missiles, and we're trying to rid the planet of these damn things. But when they do these nuclear deals and stuff like with Russia, do you think either side ever abides by those nuclear deals, Jimmy?
No, I know they don't. Russia doesn't either.
Well, do you think we do? Honestly, do you think we really are abiding by their shit? You think we do?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jimmy, it don't take 10,000 warheads to destroy this planet. I mean, the way these things are now, they're so powerful. I mean, they thought a 50 kiloton used to be a monster. They probably got one that's triple times that now.
Yeah.
And then you got this nuclear testing. You know, China's still over there doing that shit underground. We're supposed to be watching for it, but is there a way to detect nuclear detonations in the world?
But that was North Korea.
North Korea, right? But China's still over testing that shit. I mean, they gotta be. And they are our biggest threat right now. China is our biggest threat. The Democrats keep trying to tell us it's Russia, but it's not Russia, Jimmy. It's fucking China.
Yeah, I know it.
Paul, is he still out there talking?
Yeah.
Damn it! We need him in on this conversation.
Paul, we need you.
All right, hold on. I'll be there in 2 minutes.
He'll be here in 2 minutes.
Well, hell, we're halfway through the show right now, Jimmy, and I don't know, Bob Dole. He's in the news again. I didn't even know he was still alive.
Who?
Bob Dole.
Oh yeah, he's still alive?
I guess he is. I mean, he was speaking out, warning about the Presidential Debate Commission. He was talking about them being his friends and stuff. Some of them on there. Man, how old is Bob Dole? I mean, is he? I'm gonna have to look that up. But my God, I thought he was dead.
No, I guess not. Only the good die young.
Only the good die young. So I take it you was never a fan of Bob Dole.
No, I didn't care for him at all.
Now he ran for president.
I voted for him, I think. No, I didn't, because when he ran, it was
who was he running against? I know
I think he ran against Bush, the first term, and then the second term. I don't know if he tried again.
Now wait a minute. Now let's go back. Now Clinton, when Bill Clinton was in there, right? His first, he went against Bush Senior, his first election, right? Bush. Yep. And then the second time, wait a minute, he didn't go. So second time Clinton ran. Who did Clinton run against the second time?
Bob Dole.
Oh, was it Dole and Kemp, or Jack Kemp, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And they lost to Clinton on the Clinton's second term, right? For his second term.
Oh, because of Ross Perot.
Oh yeah, that's the year they brought in the three candidates. Wait a minute, that was Gore. That was Gore. That was for Bush Senior when they brought the Ross Perot in.
Well, both terms for Clinton, he ran against Ross Perot.
But there was only 1 year though that they let all three people up on the debate stage. All right, that was the first year Clinton ran, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I believe you're right on that.
Dan Quayle was still the vice president. I remember. So yeah, it had to have been the first time Clinton ran.
Remember how much shit he got for misspelling potato?
Potato, and I think what was it? He put an E at the end of potato.
Yeah,
he said you forgot the E.
Correct spelling.
It is. It depends on what country you come from.
Yeah. I would have put an E on the end of that. I mean, toe. Think about it. TOE, potato. But just like this debate. The next morning, they didn't talk about the lies. You know what made the biggest news about this debate that Kamala Harris and Mike Pence had? The fucking fly. The fucking fly. Now, come on. You get up the next day, the mainstream media, you'd think they'd have more to talk about than a fucking fly that probably came in, flying behind Kamala Harris's crotch or something. You know what I mean?
Probably came crawling out of there.
If I would have been Mike Pence when that damn fly landed on my head, I'd have looked over and said, damn, Kamala, did you bring these flies in with you? I just said something stupid. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah, she would have said that was a racist joke.
Oh.
Picking on a woman.
Oh, okay. The Fly was racist too. It didn't want to land on Kamala. The Fly preferred a white man, right?
Wow. Do you blame him?
Listen,
It
Paul.
just tastes better.
Oh, I wanted you in on this conversation that me and Jimmy was talking about right now.
I was having a business transaction.
Well, can I go back, Jimmy, and get Paul's thing on it? Listen, China, they're demanding U.S. I guess our naval ships are going over in the South China Sea, and they're starting to put demands on the U.S. And I think they're thinking that Joe Biden's going to win this election. I think they think the American people are not behind President Trump. I think that's what they're thinking, Paul.
The Chinese don't understand us. They don't understand our way of thinking. They just simply don't.
Do you think they just watch our news, CNN, and they think that's it?
Yep.
So they're getting lies too, just like half the American people are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and don't forget, they're also putting their own preconceived notions in with that too.
Well, I know there's been trouble over in the South China Sea. They got some kind of island out there or something they've been putting bases on and shit. But is it really belong to China, that island in the South China Sea?
Is it what?
Does it belong to China? That there's some kind of island over there.
They made the island.
Yeah. Yes. It's a man-made island.
Yeah,
so,
well, if they made it, then they own it, I guess.
Well, I guess our ships are they're watching what's going on that island right now. They're trying to, right?
Well, because they're afraid that China's going to go into Taiwan.
Taiwan now. Listen, I had somebody argue with me a while back that Taiwan is still part of China. No, I think it was an independent country. They're an independent country, right?
Taiwan is not a part of China.
And we defend Taiwan, don't we?
Yes.
Thank you.
They've made several attempts at taking Taiwan, but every time we fucking flexed our muscles, and they realized it simply wasn't worth the loss of material.
Well, I was arguing with somebody the other day. They said, no, Taiwan's part of China. I said, hell no, they're not. The U.S. looks at them as an independent, sovereign nation right now, Taiwan.
That's what they are.
They are. Oh, and India told China, if China goes into Taiwan, I don't know why, but India said that they're going to go into Tibet.
Now, wait a minute now. Tibet, now, I thought that was part of China. Yeah, it is part of China, right?
Well, they claim it as part of China.
Ain't that where the Dalai Lama...
On the Indian border.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, so the India's not really happy with China neither right now.
No, they don't. And plus, they're a big supporter of the United States. India's been a good nation to us.
What about Pakistan? What's our relationship with Pakistan right now?
It's a relationship of convenience.
We were paying them billions of dollars while the Afghanistan war was going on.
But
so that they wouldn't bring the Taliban over into Pakistan, but they did anyway.
They did, right.
The Pakistan government's not our friend. The Pakistani people, I don't know exactly how they feel about us.
Oh, shit.
But you know that Pakistan and India used to be one country, right?
Somebody was telling me it, but I didn't believe them. But I know now they don't like each other, and they're both super.
No, Pakistan and Afghanistan were one country.
China,
it was
India and Pakistan used to be one nation.
No.
Yes.
Wait a minute now.
Fucking video on the history of it.
Pakistan and Afghanistan.
Then all three of them were one country.
Called Pakistan.
No, I'm just telling you. I know for a fact that Pakistan used to be a part of India.
It was East and West Pakistan. Then when they split up.
I didn't know that. You guys, I'm serious. I didn't know that. But man, could you imagine if India and Pakistan were one country right now? My God, India is India got bigger population than China, or is China still outpopulated?
Still bigger.
Now is India the number two?
Over $1 billion.
Yeah, they're over $1 billion. They're 1 something billion, and China is 2.4, I think.
Is it 2.4?
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of freaking people.
Fuck.
Now, wait a minute now. What about Pakistan? They're not... Are they the only two countries, India and China, that's got over 1 billion people in them in this world?
Yes, I believe so.
Well, those two got nuclear weapons. How they did, I don't know.
Yeah, why did we allow them to have nuclear weapons? Tell me that, you guys.
They haven't used them, so it wasn't a bad deal.
Well, thank God.
India got the bomb first. And then Pakistan got the bomb because India and Pakistan are not friendly towards each other.
No, that's what I was thinking. I don't like that because they could inadvertently start a World War III with these nuclear weapons.
Right.
Well, because Pakistan's Muslim and India's Hindu.
Hindu, you're right. Different religion, and
Well, they got like 3 different religions: the Urdu, Hindu, and I forget what the third one was.
But the major religion is the Hindu. It's by far the biggest religion.
well, Paul, you know the reason why most wars were started, don't you? In history, what's the main religion? There you go, brother. Religion has started more wars than any other cause or purpose in their history, man.
No.
Because the people think they're doing it for a noble cause. That's why.
Yeah, they're going to die for their God. And what is it? Is it the Muslims think they're going to get like 22 virgins and whatever?
72.
70? What is it? 72 now? What else do they get when they die?
Do you know what? 72 virgins, right? After like the 15th, I'd be looking for a fucking pro.
Yeah, exactly.
I want somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing.
Thank you. I don't want somebody just laying there.
Fucking
You know what I mean?
bleeding all over the place and shit.
You're hurting me.
Yeah, wait till the sword comes out.
Now listen, man, you guys, this is something serious. Now, this is going back in history, right? I want you and Jimmy both to tell me this. Back in when we bombed Japan, right? Nagasaki, what was it? Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Nagasaki, yeah.
All right. At that particular time in our history, America was the only nation that had nuclear power when we bombed Japan. Is that right or wrong?
Absolutely right.
Right.
Now,
on the verge of getting it, Germany and Russia.
Okay. Now you said verge. Now, at that point in time, this is the question I want to ask both you guys. I want your honest opinion. Why in the fuck didn't our leaders at that time look at the rest of the world and say, listen, if we get any word of any of you fuckers building an atomic bomb or a nuclear weapon, I don't think they had nuclear, it was atomic and plutonium and shit like that. But if we get any word, any sniff that you're trying to build this bomb, we will use it on you. Why did we allow these people to get nuclear weapons in the first place?
Well, first of all, Russia...
Just like why we were doing it to Iran. We're letting them have it.
Russia got the bomb primarily through spies here in the United States that gave up the technology. We knew nothing about it until they fucking detonated it.
Well, you know what?
The Chinese are stealing our technology on top of that, and they're giving it to Russia.
You do know that both of them bombs weren't intended for Japan.
They what now?
One bomb was intended for Germany, one bomb was intended for Japan, but Germany had already surrendered.
Oh, what were they going to hit Berlin with one of those bombs?
They were going to drop one on, I don't know if it was Berlin, but they were going to drop one on Germany and Japan at the exact same second.
Wow, I mean, that would have... Well, they didn't stop after the first bomb. The Japanese didn't. They didn't. They took 2 bombs.
They used the second because they had it.
Can you guys... Now, I know Paul can. Can you name the name of those 2 bombs they dropped?
Little boy.
Yeah.
You got it. Man, you're smart, dude. But still, I got to go back to the question. When we were the superpower, after Japan surrendered, we dropped those 2 bombs. We were the only nation that had that at that time. Why did we allow any country, even if they stole that technology, we should have used it on them and stopped them, you guys?
But once we found out Russia had the bomb, it was too late.
So do you think they had enough to destroy the world at that time if we'd went to war with them?
No. But we didn't want to get into a war with Russia. We simply did not. We were we were war weary.
Well, why didn't we?
Just gone to World War II.
You're right.
We were engulfed in Korea already.
We didn't have to go back to Russia, though. What my point is, Paul, why didn't we just use the fucking bomb again? If we found out they were building this shit, we should have said, listen, we're coming over there. We're going to check it out. If you don't let us check it out, you're going to be just like Japan. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? We could have stopped this shit. America could have stopped it, Paul. Would you agree with that?
The fucking world would have been in outrage if we did that. We would have been completely isolated by every fucking nation.
Well, I'm sure Russia and China got their bombs while, what's his name, Harry Truman was still in office.
You think so? You think they got weapons that time?
I don't think the Chinese had nuclear weapons until the 60s.
If they'd had it in Korea, I think they would have used it on us, man. I really do.
Oh no, they wouldn't have.
You don't think they? Now, was they a weak nation during the Korean War?
They didn't have intercontinental ballistic missiles. We did.
So when it was what was it, MacArthur that was over that war? Now, or MacArthur, if I'm wrong, tell me if I'm wrong, Paul. But didn't he?
MacArthur was Korea.
Korea.
World War II.
Yeah, but he was the general over Korea too. Wasn't he in charge of the Korean War, MacArthur? Douglas MacArthur.
Yeah, he was involved in it. Yeah, he was.
Now, didn't he tell the president at that time, when we were in Korea, let's go ahead and take China out now because they're going to be a threat in the future?
Yeah, and do you know what that would have ended up like? Fucking
Tell
MacArthur
me.
didn't care about lives. MacArthur was a fucking scumbag. He didn't care about the lives of his soldiers. Did you know during World War II, he wanted to take every single Japanese occupied island?
Why? I mean, we were trying to get to Japan. I know we had to land on some of them islands like Iwo Jima and what is that?
Stepping Stone Islands we had to take.
So he was.
Once we took them islands, many other islands were completely cut off. And then people were left on them islands to basically starve.
So he wanted to hit every one of those damn islands.
Every single one. And Nimitz, who was the commander of the Pacific Fleet, said, no, we're not doing that.
I know one thing he did that I didn't think was a nice thing that he did, and you tell me if I'm wrong. He acted like he loved the Philippines, but he left all those men there in the Philippines, and he said, I'll be back. Well, that's when they did that Bataan Death March. You remember that? And how many? I shall return, but he should have never left his men there.
He deserted his troops.
You're right.
His wife and kids were there. They should have been taken off the island. I have no problem with that. But he should have never left his troops. He should have met the same fate as the fucking troops that served under him.
Well, if they came after MacArthur and got him off there, they should have pulled our boys out of there, too, before they come and tortured those guys and marched them. I don't know how many miles they marched them, but it was horrible. It was horrible, man.
We didn't have the ships to remove them people in time.
Oh, so that we had so many people there. But you know what? I know there was more than 60,000 troops there, right? I think there was a number, something similar to that. But
it was a pretty good contingent.
Why the fuck did we fight, man? It's just like they laid their arms down.
No. They were faced with overwhelming fucking strength.
So the Philippines, they didn't have nothing to help us with? The Filipino people, they had nothing?
No, because you're fighting a fucking mechanized army with fucking with
indigenous people.
Yeah, that have no training. They got no real weapons. They might have some rifles and shit. But what are you gonna do when they're fucking?
Was it that bad?
From fucking it was a major offensive.
So you're saying they had way less than the Vietnamese people had?
Yeah.
Well, that was World War II, of course. I know it was earlier, but I just don't get why you said they were met with superior forces. But my God, we had 60,000 soldiers, or maybe more. I mean, we should have kept fighting at least a little bit longer.
And don't forget, at that point in 1941, right, our military wasn't really that strong. It wasn't. We weren't even close to the biggest army and navy and nothing back then.
Oh, he wasn't.
Navy was.
Yeah, we didn't think we'd fight on the water.
Yeah, we didn't, and we never planned for a war in the Pacific.
Wait a minute.
We always figured the war was going to be in Europe.
In Europe, right? And then they hit our Pacific Fleet there, Pearl Harbor, right? And at that point, they thought we were done. They thought we was going to lose that war when they bombed all those ships. But America made more ships. They produced the shit out of them carriers and stuff. I think we did awesome, man. I think we did a good job, but I don't like MacArthur leaving the Philippines. That pissed me off.
Don't forget, when they bombed Pearl Harbor, none of our aircraft carriers were in Pearl Harbor.
Well, they thought they was. They thought they was.
No, they knew they missed the aircraft carriers, and Yamamoto said, we're screwed. He told the Emperor after Pearl Harbor, he goes, look, I can give you 6 months of victories. He goes,
oh, really?
Dad, I can't guarantee you anything.
What else did they say after they bombed Pearl Harbor?
United States, you've managed to wake a sleeping giant.
Thank you, man. Paul, you must know your damn history. You're good at this. You're
You
really
see
good.
Tora.
Tora, yeah, I love that movie.
Fucking great movie.
It was, and you know what? They called it the greatest generation. They was, but while you were gone, me and Jimmy we were in a conversation about nuclear warheads and like China. Who do you think has more nuclear warheads right now, China or United States?
I'd have to say the United States.
Jimmy said that he thought it was China. I'm pretty sure Jimmy said China probably has more.
More what? Nuclear weapons?
Nuclear weapons, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I don't know. Because you think
It's
that we're really
just like
abiding-
Russia.
Do you really think that we're abiding by the fucking strategic fucking
Salt talks.
SALT talks and all that? Nah.
That's what we were talking about. That's what I wanted you in part of this conversation. You know, just like Russia, we got these nuclear arms deals and all this shit. Is anybody abiding by these fucking agreements?
I don't think so. No. Why would they?
But here's a question, Paul, and for Jimmy: how many damn bombs do we need? I mean, we got more than enough right now to destroy the whole fucking planet. Why do we need more?
That's the whole point. It's mutual annihilation. That's why you don't do it. Because there are no winners. Remember War Games?
Yes. And he couldn't.
The only way to win is not to play.
The only way to win is not to play. Would you like to play another game?
Yeah. How about a nice game of chess?
Yeah, he did. They did the tic-tac-toe thing, and it was basically nuclear war, right?
Yeah. Well, what it was doing was it was making the computer play itself in an unwinnable scenario.
What was the name of that computer in that movie, Paul?
Joshua.
Whopper.
Oh, the computer was Whopper. Yeah, that's right, the Whopper.
Now, Joshua was his kid's name or something as a password.
Because when the computer referred to itself, it referred to itself as Joshua.
So it thought it was his child.
Well, that's what Faulkner...
Dr. Falcon, yeah. I can't believe we're sitting here talking about a movie, but it was a pretty good movie back in those days.
It was a goddamn great movie. People
I loved it.
Never got the fucking what it deserved, I don't think.
You never think a kid like that could hack into the damn, what was it, Cheyenne Mountain at the time? And
especially with them shit dial-up computers.
Yes! Would you like to play a game? What was it, Global Thermonuclear War?
Yep.
And he thought he was just playing a freaking game, and it ended up being real.
Like I said, it was a fucking great movie.
Yeah, but think about nowadays, Paul. I mean,
the only thing is, our computers now, like for the missile silos and all
that's
that.
what I was going to ask you. I was getting to
They're
there.
not on the grid. Them are separate units. They don't communicate with computers from outside that network.
So now explain that to me. Explain it.
There's no internet connection.
So the computers cannot launch our missiles, right?
Well, I don't. If the computer went insane, maybe, but nobody from the outside can get access to them computers. They're on a segregated network.
Well, like the kid tapped in on the phone. You remember?
Right. Yeah.
So that's not going to happen.
No.
Well, I don't know. Here's another question. I know we're talking about history, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to be boring you guys. Well, anyway, I know back the last time I heard somebody had a 50 kiloton nuclear warhead, or do they have bigger bombs now than 50 kiloton?
I'm sure they do. But the thing is, right, it's not how big the bomb is. It's how many nuclear bombs are on that one missile.
So you mean nowadays they're building them, they're more than one for one missile?
Different location. Yeah, and they go to different locations. The Intercontinental Ballistic Missile brings them up into orbit.
Oh, then there's like multiple ones that come out of the head of that thing.
Warheads fly from that and go to different targets.
So, like, I live, 25 miles from the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. If nuclear war ever broke out, I'm fried, ain't I?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So 25 miles ain't far enough away from
They're
us.
saying the new nuclear bombs there, when they go off, they keep going off.
What do you mean? Explain that.
Bigger blast, more devastation.
Yeah, higher yield weapon.
So, 25 miles from here, maybe 30 at the most. So, if you know Wright-Pat has to be a target, right? You guys even heard of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
What kind of nuke they drop? If they target just the base, they'll use a low yield
See, that scares the shit out of me. You guys, I have thought about this for fucking years. I have thought about this, and I'm thinking, I live in Middletown. Middletown is one of the biggest steel mills in the country. You think they're going to target steel mills?
Look, it won't matter anyways. If the shit hits the fan, you're either going to die in the initial blast or you're going to die in
They're
the
going
fucking...
to go for the population because that way
you're going to die in the fucking aftermath.
nobody will be working. Nobody will be building anything.
Here's some good advice for you. If you ever see a mushroom cloud, right?
Right.
Run towards it.
So what you're saying is, do you rather be incinerated than to try to live through that fucking aftermath?
I don't want to fucking live in the fucking Mad Max.
What was the name of that movie back in the 80s? What was it called? The Day After? It had that, I can't remember that gray-headed guy. The Day After. That was the name of the movie. You remember that? When it was
that George Papad?
Yeah, no, that was Damnation Alley.
Okay.
It was called The Day After. The guy who played on Dynasty or something. That gray-headed guy was on there. Guys, come on, Paul. You're usually good at this stuff.
This one I'm at a loss
I can
for.
see the guys. William Forsythe?
That's it. Jimmy, you got one. Yeah, William Forsythe. He still had gray hair, but I'll tell you, man, that shit those hit Kansas. It was based around Kansas, but they looked at the blast, and like a month later, they came out of the basements, and their fucking hair started falling out. Their gums were bleeding. So basically, you say run toward it. Just who would want to live in the aftermath of a nuclear war?
Do you want to die of radiation poisoning?
No, actually, I got radiation, just small treatments, and it fucked me up, man.
You fucking just get sicker and sicker and sicker.
Oh my! So we're all just gonna fucking die. I mean, if we have a nuclear war, well, I mean, where would you think though would be the safest place on the planet to live if there was a nuclear war, a World War III nuclear war? Is there anywhere on the planet you could live where you wouldn't have to fucking suffer?
You'd have to live in a cave underground, and you'd have to have how many years of supplies?
So Alaska, I mean, you couldn't even go to Alaska. You're going to get.
They target Alaska.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, it ain't going to be that bad though. There's not that many big cities there.
Because that's where most of our nuclear.
All for Russia.
You don't understand. That radiation goes into the atmosphere, gets
right
picked up by the trade winds, and gets blown around the planet.
So even the shit we bombed them with is going to come back and get us.
Yeah. Eventually.
Well, and even the soil. I mean, it's so fucked up. They should never invented something like this because the soil is no good. It destroys everything, you guys. I mean, it's a nasty weapon that they should have never invented. Who invented that? Oppenheimer, was that his name?
But do you know who was the one that sold it to the president that we should do it?
Who?
Albert Einstein.
Einstein, yes.
He was a pacifist.
Now, wasn't Oppenheimer a German though?
Yeah, he was a German Jew, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if they knew each other. He just pleaded to the president that they're making a bomb and we need to make one. We need to make it first.
And everyone thinks Germany was real close to it. They weren't. They
were nowhere near they were nowhere. Now, who was the closest nation to obtaining a nuclear weapon behind us in World War II, Paul?
Germany? No, Russia only got from the fucking Rosenbergs that fucking sold the fucking information to Russia. That's how they got the hydrogen bomb.
All right, now here's my whole point about talking about these nuclear weapons, because this came up in the debate the other night. Now, you guys know Trump took us out of the Iran nuclear talks or whatever, some kind of nuclear deal that Obama made with. Now, does this mean that since Trump did this, are they going to obtain a missile, or are they going to not obtain a nuclear warhead?
They're getting nukes. It's just a reality. It's happening.
So it's going to happen with or without Trump. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Can he stop him?
Trump, it's going to happen. But if he gets, the guy's going to not try to do nukes while Trump's in office. He'll do it when Trump leaves, because anybody else will let him do it.
It's just a question of time. That's
it. So do you think Trump is monitoring that right now?
As best as he can in a fucking nation that's strict and shit, yeah.
But if Hillary had won that election, do you believe they would already have nuclear weapons?
Well,
I don't know if they don't actually have them yet, but they'd be well on their way.
They'd still be gaffing them, because they were doing it during the the Obama deal there was a bunch of bullshit for them.
What didn't he send planes? I mean, we've talked about this, you guys. All that money he sent them. Now, listen, in World War II, how long did it actually take us to build the nuclear bomb? Come on, guys, tell
3
me.
years. About 3 years.
It took us a whole 3 years. So you tell me all this time, fucking Iran's had these nuclear power. Do they have nuclear power plants right now?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That was
So-
the reason why they wanted it.
Yeah,
So-
of course. Iran's got probably more nuclear power. Well, not more than us, but considering the nation's size.
So they have uranium. They have everything it takes to build the bomb. It took us 3 years. You tell me they don't have the old technology that Oppenheimer had?
But you got to remember.
Well, delivery system. You got to have a delivery system now.
And don't forget, the Manhattan Project was the most expensive project the United States had ever undertaken, except for the development of the B-29 was actually more expensive.
So that the Manhattan Project. Now, wasn't that out at Area 51? Ain't that where they created the
No.
nuclear weapon?
No, it was I think it was Los Alamos.
You're right. I'm sorry. I was wrong now.
Vegas.
So
No,
was-
not Vegas.
Some reason I think we did one in Vegas, and then they moved to New Mexico.
well, where's Cheyenne Mountain?
Because they had them people out in the middle of nowhere.
Now,
Alamos used to be the middle of nowhere.
I think you're right.
It's a small place. But
I think it was Los Alamos. I really think it was. I was thinking Area 51, but it could have been. They could have did some shit over there.
that's
I mean-
Chrome Lake, Area 51.
So Los Alamos. I think you're right on that. That's where Oppenheimer and them spent a lot of time, right?
Yep.
So 3 years to acquire. You guys, it's 9:00. I just want to tell you.
Oh, shit. Are we still on the air?
I got 8:57.
I see a 9:00, but I don't know.
I got 8:58.
Why am
I
I?
went by mine when I started it.
Well, you're in Ohio time.
We're just what, minutes apart then? No, wait a minute. I'm looking at my computer screen. It says 9, and my phone says 8:58. So you're right. We're right.
I got two computers. One just turned 58. The other one just turned 59.
Well, what the fuck's wrong with my laptop? It says 9 p.m. I've been sitting there watching my damn computer.
Nothing like going out with a bang, huh?
But it went so quick tonight. This damn show always. Every time I get in there talking to you guys, it only feels like we talk for 15 minutes. It's over with.
I know. Because it just goes so naturally. You definitely add to the flow of the show, Donald.
Well, I love talking. I like asking you guys questions. I want your answers. I like answers, guys. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for answers, all right?
And I think we all are.
All right,
And you-
hurry it up. We got about a minute.
Well, Jimmy, take it out and wish the military.
Before we go, why don't you do a
Shout out.
shout out to the troops?
Well, I'll shout out to all the troops, to all of our soldiers out there around the world. We want to say thank you. A job well done. God bless each and every one of you. You come home safe, boys. Your wives, your kids, your moms, dad, they're all waiting on you. Come home safe. We love you. We love you.
The 22-year-old virgin
all
is
right.
in the house.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
I was foolish, I was angry, I was fun, I was charmed.